Hello, fellow translators. So I mentioned this before, so I thought I'd get a bit more into where I see things going now. Now that we're all kind of working from home, everyone is stuck at home working remotely, and where I see things going now. I received a question on my course about this, about from someone who was a bit worried, basically saying, these are very daunting times, and it looks like things are getting kind of bad. And I mean, things are getting bad anyway, but I wanted to talk about specifically for the freelance translation industry where I see things going. Now, I should say I might be 100% wrong. I probably will be 100% wrong. But regardless, these are my thoughts of where things are going. So, first of all, I think basically what happened is everyone is kind of working remotely, working from home. And a lot of people are kind of without work because they can't work remotely. And so they're stuck at home. And so we're going to get a lot more people who are signing up for pros, translators, cafe, stuff like that. And we already are actually, who want to become freelance translators basically. And so you're going to notice, I think, anytime there's a job posted on one of these main websites, a lot more people applying for these jobs. You're going to start noticing a lot more people who are basically trying to get these jobs. I wouldn't worry too much because most of these people are brand new and kind of don't know what they're doing. So if you have been watching these videos and you've read my book, taken my course, whatever, then you know what you're doing. And so you're already ahead of them. And obviously if you have experience and all that, then you're well on your way. But anyway, we're going to get a lot of this competition in the short term, and it's already happening now from other people who want to be freelancers who decide, or translators who are now working from home just because they have to. And so we're going to have this huge surge in supply. Eventually, I think it's going to be matched by an increase also in demand. What does that mean? We're going to get more requests from agencies and more from end clients, because a lot of companies will realize, well, the business has to go on. We have to keep doing what we do, and we have to find a way to do it. And they're going to start contacting people remotely a lot more than before. And so they're going to suddenly fire up the internet and realize they don't have people there, or people they can meet face to face, or go to a coffee shop to, or go to someone's office to hire or to find or to talk to. And so they're going to go online. And when they need translators, they're going to go online and try to find translators. So slowly, demand is going to kind of catch up with supply. Now, this demand, I should say, is not going to always be standard. I think we're going to see an increase in demand, not necessarily on Pros or Translators Cafe, but at least at the beginning, it's going to be probably more on Upwork or on LinkedIn or places like that, because these companies, if this is the first time that they're looking for freelancers, they don't really know where to go. We know Pros and Translators Cafe and these other websites are the main ones, but they don't necessarily know that. And so I think it's going to be depending on where you are, because this changes from country to country. Like in Italy, adlance.com is one of the main ones for freelancers. So I think there are going to be more requests on websites like that. Upwork, People Per Hour, Adlance, the equivalent in different countries, and LinkedIn. I think a lot more people are going to just start going on LinkedIn and looking for freelancers or for translators there. So I think it'll be important. I think it'll be useful to try to keep track of these various websites and try to see what's going on, and try to see what requests come in. I think a lot of the requests are going to be from new places, and they're going to be kind of odd. I've already received emails out of the blue from people I have no idea who they are, and just saying I need this and that translated, which usually I think is spam. But now, because of all this happening, I'm kind of seeing they might actually be legit, and it might just be people kind of panicking and not knowing what to do. So that's why be careful of spam and scams going on. And I did the other website about that, or the other video about that. But I think we will start getting more requests in that sense. And then what will happen later on, I think, once again, I might be 100% wrong, is that things will start to calm down and people will start going back to the office. At that point, the supply, the number of freelancers who went online is going to drop, because they're all going back to work now. And chances are in that few months they weren't able to get much going if they didn't watch these videos or take my course. And so they're going to go back to work. But the demand, I think a lot of it will stay. especially if they were able to find good translators and good people online. Suddenly they're used to finding people online. And they realize, hey, I can hire people online who do just as good at the job, maybe even better, because I can find people all over the world, not just in my metro area. And I don't have to worry about pension payment, social security payment, health insurance, employment contracts. I just pay them for the job, and then that's it. And they might suddenly really like that. So I feel in the long term, this demand is going to stay. And while the supply is going to go down. So for those of us who persevere and who are there and who are worth what we get paid for, I think it could actually turn out well in the long term. We'll see, we'll see how it goes. But I kind of see it going in that direction. Of course, it can splinter into a million different ways after that. But for now, that's sort of where I see it going. Look, in the meantime, there is going to be a downturn. And I don't know how severe, how long, or whatever. But we already see it. Things are going down. But at the same time, certain things, I know here in the States, they're having Amazon.com just said they want to hire 100,000 new people for distribution. Trucking is another big thing. There's a lot more requests for truck drivers and people working in grocery stores, at least in my local area, because to keep up with all the demand. That might just be temporary, but we'll see how that goes. And so yeah, things are going to get changed around quite a bit. We'll see how that goes and what happens once the dust settles. But for now, that's sort of where I see it going. Feel free to let me know what you think and how you think it's going to pan out. I know it's very easy now. I mean, and it's natural to be kind of pessimistic about how things are going because things are going quite badly and it's a lot of unknowns out there and a lot of danger, a lot of question marks, let's say. But I think it's also important to try to persevere and try to keep doing what we do because that way we'll find light at the end of the tunnel. If we kind of give up and don't do anything, then we won't find any light. But, let's keep doing what we do and try to, and I think it's important to be very open to new opportunities that'll come from places we don't expect them from. And so if we suddenly do get a request from a new place or a request that's a bit different from the usual one or whatever it might be, be a bit more open to it because that could lead to something. Obviously without getting scammed, preferably. But yeah, those are my thoughts. Feel free to let me know what you think, if you agree, if you disagree, if you think I'm completely full of crap and I should shut up, or if you agree that things are probably going to go this way, or you disagree with some aspect or whatever it might be, because I'm interested in hearing what other people think about this and where they think everything's going. So anyway, I hope you found this useful, and I will talk to you in the next video. Okay, thanks. Bye. Savedum.